What actually happens if every single dollar on Earth belongs to you for 24 hours? You wake up at 8 a.m., check your bank account, and see a casual $105 trillion. Congratulations! You are officially the richest person in human history, and also the most hated human alive. Hour 1, you decide to go on the ultimate shopping spree. You try to buy a coffee, a mansion, maybe a private island. But your card gets declined. Why? Because for money to work, other people need to have it too. You literally drained the entire world's liquidity down to absolute zero. Hour 3, world trade completely freezes. Stores lock their doors because no business can process payments. Paper money is now just useless paper. Welcome back to the Stone Age. Want a loaf of bread? Better have a live chicken to trade for it. Hour 6, mass panic sets in. ATMs stop working, supply chains collapse, trucks can't buy fuel, and grocery stores run completely dry. Imagine trying to pay your monthly rent with 3 blocks of cheddar cheese and a second-hand bicycle. That is literally your new reality. In less than 6 hours, your $105 trillion made everyone, including you, completely penniless in value. You're not a superhero, you're a walking economic apocalypse. And by hour 8, people figure out who took all the money. A massive mob with torches arrives outside your house. You frantically try to transfer the money back, but the servers are dead. Desperate, you start throwing bags of cash out your window. It doesn't work. They don't want paper, they want food, power, and fuel, which your paper can't buy anymore. By hour 10, you abandon your house and hide inside a garbage can like a trash panda. Your phone is on 1%, the world is in total chaos, and every news channel on Earth is broadcasting your face. You are officially global enemy number 1. And then, you hear heavy military engines in the sky. The governments of the world have just entered the chat. Special forces drop down to reset the financial system, at any cost. You crawl into the sewers to escape, smelling like garbage and carrying worthless trillions. By hour 12, you reach the halfway mark. You have $105 trillion, but you can't even buy a single slice of pizza. You try chewing on a $100 bill. Tastes like cotton and regret. Meanwhile, the world's billionaires are organizing a new global order without money. And right as you think it can't get any worse, a red laser dot appears right on your chest. So, while you're sitting in a filthy sewer chewing on cash, what are the world's billionaires doing? Simple. They're losing their absolute minds. Elon Musk's net worth went from $200 billion to literally zero overnight. Since money doesn't work, Elon tries to trade a full-sized Starship rocket for a single box of protein bars. Jeff Bezos tries paying his Amazon workers in leftover cardboard boxes. Mark Zuckerberg gets so confused by the concept of zero liquidity that his internal server literally crashes. By hour 14, the UN calls an emergency summit. World leaders realize they can't print their way out of this, because any new money printed just inflates the crisis. They come to one terrifying conclusion: you aren't just rich. You are a level 1 existential threat to humanity. Every satellite, drone, and intelligence agency on Earth is locked onto your last known location. Helicopters sweep the streets with spotlights while special forces flush out the sewers. You're crawling through mud, holding a soggy backpack full of useless trillions. By hour 16, you're so deep in the underground tunnels you meet a family of sewer rats. Even the rats look at you with pure disgust, like, bro, you ruined our economy too. You try bribing a rat with $1 million bill to lead you out. The rat just eats the bill and walks away. Suddenly, heavy steel gates slam shut on both ends of the tunnel. Red laser dots flood the dark sewer wall. You freeze. The commander's voice echoes through a megaphone: surrender the cash, or face total system override. You have 2 choices: rot in a black site prison forever, or execute the most reckless, chaotic plan in human history. You take a deep breath, smile like a lunatic, and scream, if I can't have it, everyone can. Hour 18, you hack into a military radio transmitter and broadcast your master plan: you are going to wirelessly transfer $1 billion to every single human on Earth. You think you're a national hero. You think people will build gold statues of you, name public parks after you, and write songs about your ultimate generosity. You press send. Ping. Suddenly, 8 billion phones light up at the exact same second. Every man, woman, and child receives a phone notification, $1 billion deposited directly into their bank accounts. For about 30 seconds, the world goes completely wild. People are dancing on rooftops, throwing their laptops out the window, crashing their cars into swimming pools, and quitting their jobs instantly over loudspeaker announcements. Then, basic high school economics kicks in with a vengeance. If everyone is a billionaire, then $1 billion is worth absolute trash. A worker at a local grocery store looks at a customer and says, "Why on earth should I sell you this single egg for $2 when I already have $1 billion sitting in my pocket? I'm quitting right now to buy an island." But guess what? The island's seller also quit. By hour 20, hyperinflation goes completely nuclear. The price of a single apple jumps to $500 million. A bottle of water? $2 billion. Paper money becomes so worthless that people literally start burning stacks of $100 bills as firewood because burning cash is actually cheaper than buying real wood. And what about digital money? Bank servers overload, crash, and physically catch on fire from processing trillions of useless transactions per second. The entire global internet collapses under the weight of 8 billion newly made billionaires trying to order pizza at the exact same time. Congratulations! You didn't save humanity, you created the absolute worst financial apocalypse in 5,000 years of recorded history. The power grid shuts down, factories freeze, public transport stops, and neighbors are actively fighting each other in the streets over leftover cans of baked beans. You finally crawl out of the sewer, smelling like toxic waste, only to step right into a real-life Mad Max wasteland. Society has devolved into pure chaos in less than 20 hours, and it's entirely your fault. By hour 22, you're sprinting through an abandoned alleyway, completely exhausted, starving, and literally wearing a wet cardboard box as clothes. Your shoes are falling apart, your stomach is growling louder than a chainsaw, and every single human you pass looks at you like you're the final boss of bad ideas. You try to trade a $10 million cash bill to a stray dog for a half-eaten sandwich. The dog literally barks at you, pees on the money, and walks away with its sandwich. Suddenly, the sky turns pitch black as a giant stealth bomber hovers directly above the alleyway, blinding you with a massive searchlight that lights up the entire street like daytime. A loud, robotic voice booms from the sky through megaspeakers, T-minus 120 minutes until global financial reset. You look down at your cheap plastic watch. Only 2 hours left until the 24-hour timer expires, if you can even survive that long. Hour 23, you're cornered on the slippery roof of a giant skyscraper by 50 SWAT agents, 3 military attack helicopters, and a very annoyed billionaire flying around in an experimental mech suit. There's nowhere left to run. You sit on the edge of the roof, swinging your legs, starving, exhausted, and watching the completely chaotic city below. The lead SWAT agent steps forward with a megaphone, his hands shaking. "Give us the master key to the global banking servers right now." You slowly pull out your cheap, cracked smartphone. The 24-hour timer on the screen reads, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. You look the agent straight in the eyes, smile like an absolute lunatic, and say, "Time's up, boys." Hour 24. A blinding flash of light covers the entire planet. Instantly, the $105 trillion vanishes from your account into thin air. Every single dollar, cent, and digital coin teleports right back to its original owner. Bank servers restart. Credit card machines chime green across the globe. Stock market tickers turn back on, and the world's financial system silently reboots itself back to normal. People can buy coffee again, delivery trucks start moving, supply chains reopen, and Elon Musk finally gets his Starship rocket back. The global economic nightmare is officially over. The world instantly sighs in relief. Everyone celebrates, except for you. Because 2 days later, you find yourself standing in the International Court of Justice in front of 10,000 angry lawyers and official representatives from 195 different countries. The head judge slams his gavel down so hard it cracks the wooden desk. You are officially charged with global economic terrorism, grand theft auto, reckless hyperinflation, destroying the internet, and causing the price of a single block of cheese to briefly hit $2 billion. The judge reads your sentence: 500 years of mandatory community service. Your assignment? Cleaning every dirty sewer line and public restroom on Earth, completely without pay. You went from being the single richest person in human history to having $0, a soggy mop, and a yellow plastic bucket. Moral of the story? Owning all the money in the world won't make you powerful, it'll just make you homeless in a sewer holding a bucket. So instead of trying to steal global wealth, just hit that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment down below on what crazy what if scenario we should test next, and I'll see you in the next episode.